PlayStation has traditionally been known to deliver a stronger lineup of exclusive games than Xbox. A lot of that has to do with Microsoft's weaker first-party and their insistence on pushing for third-party multi-platform games more than exclusive game development. The fact that a lot of Japanese developers make their games exclusive to PlayStation by default also doesn't help. The same appears to be true this generation too. Even as Microsoft expands their first-party pipeline, Sony are tapping into the studios and IP they already have and delivering on generation-defining hits such as Bloodborne, Ratchet & Clank, and Uncharted 4: Thief's End. But while that lineup is great, Microsoft is not convinced. Speaking to Games Industry International, Xbox head Phil Spencer said that he doesn't believe that Sony's exclusives lineup is necessarily better than Xbox's. When I look at this year, I'll just take the E3 conferences. We showed 4 big games launching exclusively on Xbox One and Windows 10, he began. When I think about Gears, Forza Horizon, ReCore, Dead Rising 4, all of those games are launching this year and they've been announced. There are dates next to them, he said. And I think on the indie side, we've got Inside, which I've been playing, we've got We Happy Few, we've got Below, we've got Cuphead. There are a ton more, but I'm just thinking about some real highlights in indie games that are coming this year. When I watch the other platforms, it's not always clear to me when the games are shipping or how many of them are shipping this year. That last bit he says is definitely a reference to Sony showing games prematurely and ahead of time, often by years. It has grown to be a problem as of late, and even in their conference this year, which was great, Sony ended up debuting a lot of games without dates. I mean, there are a pretty diverse set of games from a great set of developers, and to say that the other consoles are doing a better job shipping more games for their customer, I don't see that. And I see what the other first party is doing. Uncharted was an amazing game. I think Naughty Dog did a great job. I'm sure The Last Guardian, when it ships this year, will be great. But I just look at the lineup and the quality and quantity that our team's been shipping, and I feel really good about that, he concluded. Cliff Bleszinski, the creator of Gears of War, has never been one for diplomacy. If there's something on his mind, something that he feels strongly about, he makes it known, tact be damned. So it should come as no surprise that in spite of his previous association with Microsoft, he's apparently not a fan of Xbox One, and he's making that loud and clear. Speaking to Kotaku, he discussed how schizophrenic the entire strategy seemed to him. Is Microsoft going full Sega 32X and Mega CD right now? I think it's weird. The way the branding is going, it feels like the way Mercedes names their cars in the United States. You know, the S-Class, the SOK, the SK. Which one is this? Consumers only have enough time and attention for that. It's like, are you trying to turn the Xbox into a PC? What's going on right now? It feels as though the Scorpio may just be an apology move from Microsoft's part to make up for what he feels has been a less than stellar showing from them with the Xbox One. I think it feels like an apology move for them, not making the console as powerful as it should have been in favor of making sure the Kinect was boxed in with it. So now they have to play catch up. In a way, you can trace this all the way back to their well-intended E3 from a few years ago, where they were trying to go fully digital, etc., and the internet backlash made them backpedal. He concluded with his thoughts on the entire thing, and honestly, he seems to be one of the people who simply aren't sold on this idea. I have friends over there, so I wouldn't criticize them unless I was pretty positive about it. If Phil Spencer was here right now, I'd tell him he'd backpedal to his face, and he'd say, "You're a dick, but you're right." There have been a lot of conflicting reports about exactly what the NX is, and just what kind of console Nintendo may have planned. A lot of people expect Nintendo to come out swinging with basically their version of the PS4, which will help them take over the console market again. But recent reports have given us conflicting information about the system's power, a lot of them even indicating it might not even surpass the current Xbox One. Of course, reports like these are easy to ignore, if only because they're unsubstantiated rumors after all, right? However, now Nintendo of America's Reggie Fils-Aimé has dealt what might be the death blow to a lot of people's aspirations for the NX. You know, for us, it's not about specs, it's not about teraflops, it's not about the horsepower of a specific system, he said in an interview with Bloomberg West. For us, it's about the content. Nintendo is a content-focused company. We create entertainment that makes people smile. So for us, we're focused on bringing our best entertainment to both the Wii U and NX on the future. This is exactly the rhetoric that we heard from Nintendo going into the Wii U's launch. For some reason, we're not as confident about the NX anymore. The Elder Scrolls 6 may be a ways off for Bethesda Softworks, but it has 2 unannounced games in the pipeline that will compare to Skyrim or Fallout 4 in terms of size. This is according to Pete Hines, Bethesda VP of Public Relations, who noted to IGN that these were 2 complete games and not DLC. Todd Howard said for sure that he's got 2 other projects. I'm just making sure folks understand that doesn't mean he's going to spit out a DLC and then another DLC and we're head faking. I need folks to understand that we're talking about big games like a Skyrim and a Fallout 4 and a Fallout 3, and those don't just happen.
We hope you've enjoyed this video, so please consider subscribing to our channel. We do original content, reviews, graphics comparison, and much more, and try to upload a video every day. Thank you very much for checking us out.